If it's in Hampton Roads, it's on the Hampton Roads Show.
Welcome to the Hampton Roads Show. Our live audience today is from the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society. Coming up a little later, we'll find out about the Military Family Festival this weekend and how you can be a part of this great event.
And our fearless Face the Fox, Tracy Page, is taking on a new project this week. Find out how he does as he picks up a paintbrush and tests his creativity with the folks at the Art Center.
And it is Breast Cancer Awareness Week on the Hampton Road Show. All week long, we'll share stories of families facing breast cancer and how the community is pulling together to support them and what you can do to go pink.
Happy Monday, guys.
Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday. The weekend goes by so fast.
It does,
I mean, it's just the weekend's gone.
Well, now you have a weekend.
I know, but I didn't realize how fast it went.
Yeah,
You got it.
Fast.
It does.
It goes by fast.
I know. I was saying yesterday we turned around, it was like 5 o'clock, and it's like, whoo, time to get, cranking on getting ready for school and work and everything the next day.
But you made the most of it, I'm sure.
We did. I mean, I was supposed to be out of town, and then I wasn't, so we had some kind of time we weren't expecting to hang out together, and made our spooky cemetery out in the front yard for the trick-or-treaters. Kids were like totally into that. They were really
Do you like sit outside when they come up to get candy? You're like, rah!
No, I don't scare anybody. Usually I'm the one who kind of stays and passes out the candy, and Kevin and like the other dads kind of end up taking the kids through the neighborhood. It's fun.
We just stick a bowl out by the end of the driveway
and say,
take
one.
Say on your honor.
Yeah, next thing you know, one kid comes up and just dumps it into his bag, and no candy left.
I know.
Were you that kid? Well, me, I had a pretty relaxed weekend, except yesterday was, of course, the big March of Dimes Signature Chefs auction, where Nicole has hosted it several years.
Yeah.
And so this was my first time hosting, and it was a lot of fun because a lot of the chefs that were there last night, you've seen them featured here on the Hampton Roads Show. Eric Dornberger, Johnny Moe, Scott Simpson, and Steve Gellis, and so it was a nice event. It was kind of, you watch around, all the booths were set up. A lot of them were decorated really, really nice, and they had little mini plates, and you go around and you taste and, just have fun. And then, of course, they had the live auction where people were going back and forth and bidding, and I mean, some people were getting up to like $2,700 going back and forth, and it was fun to really get the guys, I was like, come on, it's for the kids. And so I think they ended up raising close to, it was like $9,200, and then a gentleman in the audience wanted March of Dimes to get to $10,000, so he just went and donated the rest.
Oh,
and
that's
of course
great.
They had the silent auction, so it was a lot of fun and some good food. So thanks to everyone who was out there last night supporting the cause, and they had some families that came up, and we read their stories about how they've been affected by March of Dimes. And it was a really fun event. I was like, put me on for next year.
Good. They will, I'm sure.
How was the food?
Food was amazing. They had great dishes. One that I enjoyed was Scott Simpson. He was here, I think, last Friday. Or maybe not, but he's from, they had this pumpkin, he's from Swan Terrace, this pumpkin white chocolate cheesecake roll.
Oh, man.
And it was like sprinkled with like sugar or something, and it was bite-sized. It was amazing. And he had a lobster ravioli. Johnny Moe had a braised beef. He made whatever he made here on the show.
On the sweet potato biscuit?
Yeah, Steve Gellis. I tried caviar for the first time.
Did you?
Whoa,
And I tried an oyster.
Oh, how was that?
I tried the oyster, Tracy. Won't try one.
Was it raw?
It was raw, but it had a cucumber kiwi on top, and I was like, you know what? Let me just do it. So I did it, and it wasn't bad.
She's growing up.
I'm growing up, guys. Mom and Dad, I'm growing up. Thank you.
That sounds awesome.
Like, why not?
You tried an oyster.
Yes, Stephanie Cook was out there last night. Our WAVY table kind of had 3 right up in the front, so it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun, and got home in time to. That was the winner, Matt. Yeah, he won. Dish of Hampton Roads, so he's going to be featured on the magazine as Steve Gellis was last year. So, and all the chefs were great. Each of them walked around, sampled each other's food, and of course Johnny Moe got up there and started singing, making up a song.
Cool.
There's a lot of camaraderie in the chef community, and we saw that here when we were having 2 at a time as kind of our preview, our lead up to the Signature Chefs event. I mean, they all kind of get along. They respect each other.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
But they all wanted to win because it's very competitive.
It was. They are very competitive, but it was a good competitive competition.
Oh, look at you guys.
And there we are. There's Nicole and I on stage in our little snazzy
Little
dresses.
black dress.
Finally got to wear the little black dress with the little rhinestone earrings. It was fun, and we actually sang. Nicole and I saying happy birthday.
Can you give us a little?
No.
Okay, it's worth a try.
No, maybe a little later. But
hate to go from such a happy note and a good fundraiser
Yeah.
for the March of Dimes. Something sad also that you might have heard about over the weekend was the death of a race car driver, Dan Weldon. This is the crash. There was actually a crash first that he could not avoid. This is what the officials at the race said, and he just had, catastrophic injuries. He was airlifted to a medical center, but he couldn't be saved. Young guy, 33 years old, a wife and 2 children. A lot of people have been talking about this in social media. And one comment, a couple of people who took the same kind of angle caught my eye, and not to be critical of him or anyone by any stretch, but one person commented that maybe once you have kids, you don't have such a high risk career or occupation, and there are of course those folks who would argue that you're in danger just driving to work every day, whether you're driving at top speeds of 200 miles an hour or not. But I thought it was just kind of an interesting topic for folks out there, especially the parents out there. Are there things that you maybe did before kids that you don't anymore because of your kids, or do you have particular feelings about shark diving, or I have gone skydiving, I really enjoyed it, but I won't do it anymore, and I was probably safer skydiving than I was driving to the airport that day because of the experts who packed the parachute and taught me how to jump and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know, I feel like I don't think there's such a thing as a risk-free life. I don't.
Absolutely not.
But if you can limit risk when you have parents, I kind of think you should. But I also feel for the family of Dan Weldon and the racing community, because they may consider that a controlled environment as out of control as it looks to us.
Race car drivers live a dangerous lifestyle, and I have gotten a couple of NASCAR drivers on the side, and I've asked them, I've just said, do you ever worry about, a catastrophic event? And they say, we can't think about that. We can't even consider that when we're out there. They've got too many things to think about. So that's part of it. They know that the risk is there. However, they're not going to talk about it or think about it. And when they lose somebody so close to themselves, it hurts everybody because he was well liked.
Their spouses understand the risk, but children get born into these situations that they,
It's like, what's to say NASCAR is different from being a firefighter or a police officer.
Yeah.
I mean, they put their lives on the line, and I think it's something for a lot of them that pays the bills, puts food on the table, and it's kind of this is what they choose to provide for the family. But I could definitely see the other side. It's a risk that you do take when you have kids.
Yeah, but
to know that, hey, if something happens.
Yeah, where do you draw the line though? Walking down the street is a risk or whatever. But to me, my biggest pet peeve: parents who smoke. Parents who smoke, I don't get it.
Just like that.
I don't get it at all, because that's something you can control that affects your health.
Well, let us know what you think about a dangerous career, and would you change your lifestyle? How about this? 50 years ago, a secretary in Illinois decided to honor her father by setting up Bosses Day. And today is National Bosses Day, and it's become so popular that it's celebrated around the world. Really? Everybody celebrates their bosses. Question is your boss worth celebrating? Do you have a boss you'd like to celebrate? How would you do it? Would you send them an email? Would you just pat them on the back? Maybe give them a card? Maybe take them to lunch? I mean, how do you celebrate National Bosses Day? Do we have too many days? Is that one more extra day? What do you think about
I think you've now wrecked it for everybody who's going to try to pretend that they forgot or didn't know. Now we've told you it's Boss's Day. I don't know. I think maybe I will just not hassle my boss today.
Not hassle?
Here's the gift on Boss's Day.
I'm not going to bother you.
Maybe you should hassle your boss today because it is their day.
Maybe be in a good mood.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just something to think about. It's just another day we can talk about.
Hey, happy Boss's Day. I think I've been fortunate enough in all my jobs. Six of my jobs.
Let me help you.
A little brown of my nose. To have great bosses. No, really, I've been fortunate to have great bosses, and I appreciate each and every one of them. To this day, I still keep up with my boss when I was working at the Base Exchange in Anchorage. I keep up with her, and she follows what I do. My boss at Kansas City that I had, she helped get my foot in the door to get into TV. Yeah. My boss at my last TV station, and then my boss here. And even
people say that people do not leave corporations, they leave bosses. So that's how significant the boss is.
But I've also known people who've had not so good bosses.
Right. They're out there.
But still,
the good ones and the bad ones.
Kill them with kindness and say, Happy Boss's Day.
Happy Boss's Day
to you. Happy Boss's Day, everybody, because you're boss.
That's right.
You're bossing around.
I have the same boss who's probably lurking around here somewhere. So we're being very careful.
Hey, boss is a four-letter word. Hey, but Tell us what you think.
Yeah, a couple ways you can do that. Join the conversation on our Facebook page, or you can follow us on Twitter. Tell your friends. We're at HR_show.
Or shoot, just go to our Facebook page if you want to see Nicole and Ariane looking sexy for the babies.
Yes, all for the kids.
Woo! I missed that. Sorry. I saw the picture from far, far away, so I just saw a couple of dots with some white.
It looks better close
A couple
up.
of dots.
Yeah,
Well,
better
there
close
it is.
up, yeah.
Just go to the Facebook page.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
Click
All
on
right.
it. And
Oh, there it is. Getting bigger. Taking up the full screen.
All right.
Stephanie took
Funny.
some good pictures last night.
Yeah, you look lovely.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Good event.
Would you like to say anything to your boss on Boss's Day?
My boss on Boss's Day? No, we'll leave the current bosses alone. But yeah, I've had some good and bad bosses in the past. I've had one that I treated. He was like a dad to me when I worked. Doing some work for an apartment maintenance company. He was a great guy. Had a lot of respect for him. And then I had one place where he was a meteorologist. He was the head meteorologist. I used to tell him the weather, and then he'd go on air and do it. But he'd even still get it wrong.
Stealing your ideas?
No, he would blatantly. Oh yeah, what's the forecast? Oh yeah, well you're wrong. And then he'd still had it. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. But that was a long ways
You're
back.
holding on to it. That you needed to get that out.
Do you want to lay down on this couch?
I just wanted a
I
good
could move
dramatic
over there.
example so that you entertained. But
Yeah.
But now it was a true story, by the way. But either way, now what we have going on for today is good for the bosses and good for the employees. We've got some great weather going on. Maybe a little too warm for some folks, even. 81 degrees this time of year. Come on. You can go surfing here. This all with a wetsuit, probably, right?
Yeah, just a little bit of wetsuit.
With a wetsuit.
Really
81
hadn't
degrees.
cooled off much.
80 for tomorrow. 74 Wednesday, got a chance for some rain coming in, a little cooler, and then 65 for a high Thursday, 61 Friday. So big changes in the forecast as we head later into the week. All right, so let's take a look at the pop quiz for today. Here we go. This first one is a trick. Part of North Virginia, question mark, question mark, question mark. Think about it. Part of North Virginia, question mark. It's local, though. They have X. It has a marquee and was a theater, then a gym. Now, question mark again. But those are there's still clues you can get. It's doable. It's doable.
Huh. All right. Might be a little bit of a reach.
North Virginia.
I'm feeling lucky on this one.
All right, good. All right, good luck.
Today's winner will receive a $50 gift certificate to Ocean Palm.
All right, just go online, HamptonRoadshow.com, submit your answer, and you can win that.
Nice. All right, still ahead, Tracy Page gets in touch with his creative side as he heads to the Art Center to try his hand at painting on this week's Tracy Tries It.
And then if you're logging miles on the treadmill, get a run on this one at the Chesapeake Square One Life Fitness, where every mile you run is a mile closer to a cure for breast cancer. We'll have the details next.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, you've probably noticed a lot of pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and our friends at One Life Fitness are thinking pink as well. And here now to tell us more is Matt Tolley, Assistant General Manager at One Life Fitness, Director from One Life at Chesapeake Square. Matt, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us about this pink treadmill, how it works, why you guys decided to get involved and do this.
It's when we first opened up about 3 years ago, we wanted to do something for the community. We're a local gym and we're a local business, so we wanted to add to a local charity. So we bought a pink treadmill from Cybex, and the thought was we opened up and we changed to One Life in October. So we thought, well, it's a Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so why not have a charity for that month as well? So every mile jogged on the treadmill for that month was 20 cents towards cancer research.
Wow.
It was such a big hit that we thought, well, let's just do it all year round. So we've had it now operating for about 3 years.
Really?
We've got a little over 9,000 miles on it, and every year we present a check to Chesapeake Regional Medical Center towards breast cancer research and cancer research in general.
Now, when people come in, do they fight to get on that pink treadmill?
Yeah, we want it to be popular.
Yeah.
Everybody comes in, everybody towards the gym, every member we ask, listen, that if the treadmill's empty, hey, hop on there, try that one out, hop on and help out and help the cause.
You guys just have one there?
Yep.
Do you want to get maybe more than one?
We like to, yeah. We love to have them all pink.
Double or
absolutely,
nothing?
yeah.
Why is it important for One Life to give back to events like, in organizations like breast cancer?
I just think we're a local business. Being a gym, people don't really attach gyms to much other than just fitness. I think we need to kind of break out of that mold and realize that because we are part of the community, to help out that community and to kind of contribute any way that we can. It's money that we donate ourselves. We don't attach it to. We don't try and have members donate. It's our financials that we pull from to donate, towards this great cause. In the month of October, we're actually doubling and go 40 cents a mile.
Really?
Yep.
So you guys are doubling it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, every October we double and go 40 cents a mile. So we want everybody, hop on, hop on, help out.
Do you guys have a goal in mind, or is it just every little bit helps?
Every little bit.
Yeah.
I think to set a goal is to cheap it. We just want to have as much as we possibly can, and just and exceed expectations more than anything else.
And it's also great that you're having this for to highlight breast cancer awareness, but also to stay fit and healthy, which is a big part of going through it and surviving and taking care of it. Talk about that part of it.
Well, actually, it's personal for me. I had cancer 8 years ago.
Wow.
And I was, at the time, working in a gym. I was actually working in a high school as a strength coach. And I didn't miss a day of work. I didn't miss a workout. And for me, it's kind of emotional still at the same time. But you didn't actually take the nausea pills for the chemo. I was fit enough to not need it, I guess. And my outlook was much more positive. And I talked to folks that I was going through chemo with. And one of the things I noticed the difference was folks who weren't fit didn't really have the same outlook as folks who were continuing on their daily lives and continuing to stay fit and stay active. So for me, again, it's a personal thing that I know that fitness involved in this sort of disease is only going to be helpful.
That's so great, and great that you have such a personal story and a personal touch to it. So working out, you guys are there and you guys have trainers there on site that if you come on and you look at the treadmill and you're like, how do I operate this?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a big button that says go. You just hit that one and you're all set.
Well, One Life Fitness, you guys have several locations across Hampton Roads, but it's at the Chesapeake Square location, 465-6900. You can also go online, onelifefitness.com, and if you guys are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Matt, thanks so much, and hopefully we'll see people on that pink treadmill.
Oh yeah, come on by.
That's the gym that I use, so I'm going to have to get on there.
I'm looking for you then.
All right. I'll do that. Thanks, Matt.
Getting fit for a good cause. Nice concept, pink treadmill, very cool. In the buzz today, it is Monday, and of course that means we are all back to work, and the first thing we're hit with on this Monday is National Bosses Day. And how do you celebrate Bosses Day? Do you recognize it? I got a couple quotes for you. How about this? By working faithfully 8 hours a day, you may eventually get to be boss and work 12 hours a day.
That's a whole other conversation. Would you want to be the boss?
And I'm going to ask you, have you ever been a boss?
Well, yes and no. I mean, in the Navy, as you achieve rank, you're kind of look to lead and mentor the ranks below you. You know what I mean? But other than that, no.
No. I don't think I've ever been a boss either. But
would you want to?
Would I want to be a boss? No, but I have a feeling if I was, I'd be the best boss ever.
I don't think I'd be good at it.
Maybe not. When you're a coach, you're kind of like a boss.
Yes.
What you say goes.
Kind of.
So. All right, but what do you think? And how about, here's a couple of thoughts from you. Mike B says, I've been so fortunate to have wonderful bosses. I hope to have a boss again someday.
Yeah, that's a good point. Lots of folks wish they had a boss, horrible or not.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? Steve, when I think about my last boss, a song comes to mind. He evokes the Talking Heads. Take me to the river, drop me in the water. So I don't think he had a good boss.
Eek! Okay.
Not a good boss there.
Let's hope Steve changed his name to protect the innocent.
Yes.
Okay. Also, we got a couple of comments from the weekend. We asked folks what they were doing, and Ariane was talking about how great the Signature Chefs event was that we kind of built up to for the last few weeks here on the Hampton Roadshow. Kristen says Ariane and Nicole rocked the night. The only thing better than our MCs were the chefs. And Lindsay said, go Team Atlantic Shore. So it looks like there was a great turnout there. And of course, purple that you and Ariane are both wearing today, signature color of the March of Dimes, doing so many great things in this area for the babies. So nice job there by everybody who came out to the Signature Chefs event, and some kudos for Ariane and Nicole. All right, we also were talking about Dan Weldon this today as one of our hot topics. Just terrible, terrible tragedy on the racetrack that, took not just this race car driver, but a husband and a father of two very, very small children, and it kind of got us talking about risk-taking.
And dangerous professions.
And dangerous professions.
And there's one right there.
Hobbies. How do you manage risk when you're a parent, and do you think it should change, the things that you do? Mike B said with the case of Dan Weldon, and he even brought up Dale Earnhardt Sr., they probably don't consider driving a car 100 to 200 miles per hour a high-risk profession. It's probably not a real job in their mind if they enjoy what they're doing. I think some of the people that like some of the high-risk jobs like them for the rush they feel when they do them. Some, like coal miners, it's kind of all they know, and that's mining is a horribly dangerous profession. Or in the economy today, it's all that they can get. They have to pay the bills, you know, somehow. So.
They can't think about the risks involved because that's what they do. It's what defined them as race car drivers. But let us know what you think. Keep the comments coming. Good stuff today.
Okay.
All right, love our hot topics. Tracy, hey, your boss is here in the studio. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, well, actually, I'm not quite sure who my boss is because everybody just tells me what to do. And I just listen. So I'm going to assume it's Stephanie Cook.
I think so. She's looking
Shout out to
straight
Stephanie
at
in
you.
that lovely floral shirt. You look nice. Happy Boss's Day to you.
All right, well, today is Monday, which means, of course, it's time for another segment of Tracy Tries It.
That's right, and this time I got to, you know, show off my artistic side with a painting lesson. Hey Hampton Roads, I'm here at the Art Center in Selden Arcade, and I'm checking out all the art here, and I have on my starving artist wear. You know, they all wear the beanies, dark frames, sweater, and hopefully, you know, maybe I can check out an art class, and as you can see, they have one.
The details come last.
Okay.
In other words, like these little guys, these little light branches.
Yeah.
We would ignore those in the beginning, put them at the end. Okay. That's considered a detail.
Okay.
These we will put in, all these tree trunks.
Okay.
When we get to the sky, we'll talk about that. But just for now, mix some greens. Yeah, mix some greens. You can ask anybody in here, you know, color mixing is probably the hardest part.
Yeah.
And you want to try and get it right, otherwise it won't look correct.
Okay.
Okay? Have fun. Stress not. And you have that little yellow one next to you. All right? Yeah. I would bring some of this dark over that. What you're seeing, they're kind of small, and just look at the shape. Forget it. Sort of taupey color. Right on the edge, and make your brush strokes. If you're tired of doing the greens, you can bring in a tree trunk or two.
Okay.
Now this guy looks what color to you?
Looks more grayish brown.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gray brown. So gray is just a black lightened up,
Okay.
and the colors are red, yellow, blue. It's the primary colors. Start with purple, red and blue, and add little bits of yellow. Okay. Yep. Wonderful. Oh, you really did that fast. The sessions run 8 weeks, and they are 2 hours apiece. So this class meets every Tuesday from 12 to 2. We also have a class that meets from 6 to 8 on Tuesday evening, and Thursday from 6 to 8 in the evening. It's not terribly expensive, which is great, and you do get a bang for your buck. We take all levels in my classes, from never touched a paintbrush.
Like me.
Like you, yes. To people who've been coming for 6 or so years to my class. Winter class, it starts in January. Classes that start in January. Those run for 8 weeks as well. And then spring, we have another 8-week session. We fill up really fast because we have repeat painters.
Okay.
And calling ahead of time and making a reservation is a really good idea. I would say anybody who has a desire to paint will do a really good job in my class. I call that done.
Okay.
That's beautiful. Really, really nice.
Oh,
The
wow.
first painting, fabulous.
Okay.
Yay! Okay, everybody. Hour and 40 minutes.
So there you have it, Hampton Roads. Apparently, I'm somewhat of an artist. I got something on the canvas, and I think it looks pretty good. I want to thank Miss Ann. She's a great teacher today. Of course, as you see my artwork here, she helped a lot. I want to thank these ladies for letting me join their class today. And until next time, Hampton Roads, I'm Tracy, and I tried it. I could, oh, stop it.
You did. You were getting.
You were good, Tracy.
I got that.
So the finished product
Yes.
is...
Are we going to hang it up here? Will we hang it up here?
I think we should frame it and hang it up. I think it looks pretty nice.
a boss.
I mean, this... that's what I made it for, my boss. This here is for you. It's signed, which means it's going to be a collector's item.
It matches the set.
In about 100 years. I think it looks nice. We should hang this up somewhere. Yeah.
I like the whole look with the glasses and the hat. You remind me of someone. It's an artist. The Joy of Painting. Do you remember that? You did the trees. He used to go, happy trees, happy clouds, happy grapes. Bob Ross. Tracy. Don't you see the resemblance? Look at Tracy.
No. I don't know. When did he used to paint? What year was that?
Happy trees. He used to say happy trees, happy little trees, happy trees.
Happy
fresh memory,
trees.
Happy trees.
No, I'm sure when he was painting, I might have still probably been doing finger paintings or something.
What's your point?
I've got a great idea for another Tracy Tries It. How about nude model?
So you want me to paint a nude model?
No, I want you to be the nude model.
We want you to come in that robe and
just drop it, huh?
Oh.
Just go
Stick
there.
with the theme. It's a theme.
If I would like to go take some lessons, where do I go?
Well, you would you go to the Art Center, of course, that's where I was, and it's located on East Main Street in downtown Norfolk. Fall classes are in session right now, but if you want to register for upcoming sessions, you can go and visit d-artcenter.org to find the registration deadlines. You can also get more information at the Art Center classes and call them at 757-623-4211.
This is what he means.
You know what, guys?
We're trying to get Tracy on the cameras. That's right. We all have
You see, I have a horrible boss who doesn't teach me how to go from camera to camera. And I'm thinking, am I over here now? I'm over here?
Oh, hang on.
God.
Okay.
We'll go to break.
Careful now.
Remember, I said I have several. You're not the boss I was talking about. Oh, I'm over here now?
We have to wrap.
You're not the boss I'm talking about, Stephanie. I'm probably Ariane.
Follow the red light. Follow the red light.
Hey, guys.
All right, all of the information.
You guys are doing this on purpose now. You're just switching cameras for no reason. Okay, I'm done.
You sure?
I think so.
All right.
All right, still ahead. Footloose had a great opening weekend, but did it score well with the reviewers? Our executive producer, Tracy's boss, movie buff, Stephanie Cook, joined us with her take on the 80s remake next.
But don't forget about our pop quiz. You could win a $50 gift certificate to Ocean Pop. Log on to thehamptonroadshow.com. Click on that pop quiz button on the top right-hand corner of the screen.
Welcome back to the Hampton Roads Show. Hampton Roads is a military town. If you aren't a military family, chances are your neighbors and friends are. You can show your support at the second annual Military Family Fest. Here now to tell us more about the event is Kathy Nelson, Director of Navy Marine Corps Relief Society. Kathy, please tell me about this wonderful event.
Absolutely. Well, this is our second annual Tidewater Military Family Service Council Military Family Festival, and we're really thrilled to give the opportunity for family members to come out, have some fun, and then learn more about the resources that are available to them. Hosting it at the Sandler Center this Saturday from 11 to 5. It is being presented by USAA and Lincoln Military Housing, and we're just thrilled. We're all part of a military town, and we want to help and support military families, which is the goal of our council. Navy Marine Corps Relief Society and Lincoln Military Housing were two of the founding organizations, and we really hope that folks will come out. We've got events for kids, and there'll be tasting available from local vendors in the town center from 11 to 1. Animals, hay, maize, all kinds of goodies, and then more importantly, information for them as well.
Now, you said this is the second annual event, and
It is.
so it's fairly new. How did it go last year? What did you learn from last year?
We had a fabulous time last year. Now, this is the first time at the Sandler Center, so we're really thrilled about the fact that convenient location, free parking, so many people in the area looking for fun things to do with their families. A Halloween theme should be very exciting for everyone, and more importantly, there's so much information and people don't know where to go and find it. So we're hoping bring the kids out, have a fun day, and then as well get information about resources available. Free to military families and a very minimal charge. It will be open to the public, $5 for adults and $1 for children, for those who are not affiliated.
I know you got a lot of feedback from last year's event. What was the highlight of the event from most people? What did they say?
I think more importantly was just getting out and having a fun day, and it was free. Certainly in these economic times, it's great to be able to get out and do something enjoyable, but more importantly, the price tag is great for military families.
And it's at the Sandler Center, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
If you want to learn more, you can go, it's the Military Family Festival, Saturday, October 22nd, 11 to 5 at the Sandler Center for Performing Arts in Virginia Beach, and you can find out more at tmfsc.org. Kathy Nelson, you guys have a great time this weekend.
Thank you very much. Hope to see you there.
Okay.
All right, still ahead on the Hampton Roads Show, Breast Cancer Awareness Week continues as we talk with the folks from Peninsula Institute for Community Health about the first steps that you can take in the battle against breast cancer.
But first, families are on the front line when it comes to beating this disease. We'll talk with Tidewater Parent Magazine about some great ways families can come together to raise awareness about breast cancer.
And Footloose had a big opening weekend, but did it do the original justice? We're going to ask our executive producer and film buff, Stephanie Cook, to see what she thought when she joins us on the couch with her review straight ahead.
Families are on the front lines when it comes to breast cancer awareness, and that's why our friends from Tidewater Parent Magazine take the cause to heart. Here now to tell us more is Tammy Lindquist, Marketing Manager from Tidewater Parent, to tell us more about your involvement with breast cancer awareness. You just had a cruise recently. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, it was so much fun. We had a cruise on the Spirit of Norfolk where we honored survivors, and everybody else in the community came together for a couple of hours along the Elizabeth River, pampering services. We had a silent auction. One of our attendees, Marguerite Lentz, was able to get a first ever made Pink Mermaid by Spurtners. Everybody knows Spurtners, and her granddaughter purchased it for her birthday. We had a fabulous day. The place was pink-tastic, as we say.
Pink-tastic.
Everybody was dressed in pink. We had still in pink in honor of breast cancer awareness.
And so you guys take this very seriously because it is such a big issue with families. Not only did you have a cruise, but you've got a wonderful calendar here, Kids for the Cure. Tell me about this calendar.
Well, we have partnered again with Susan G. Komen, Tidewater, to present Kids for the Cure, which was over the weekend. And you can purchase this fabulous calendar that was made by kids in the area, and the first place winner is on the cover. And we just feel it's very important to embrace this cancer research because of the fact that it affects the family so much. It affects everyone in the family, not just the mom, the dad, the children, the babysitter, everyone.
And you got some great drawings in here by the kids and a little something about each kid. This is really neat.
It is neat, and I think each one of them, there's a little snippet about how breast cancer affected them personally, and then they, of course, drew different artwork, and the committee selected the winner.
And how can we get a hold of one of these?
You can check out our website, mytidewatermoms.com, or directly call the folks at the Susan G. Komen Tidewater affiliate.
Okay, so the cruise, the calendar, but you guys aren't done at Tidewater Parenting. What else are you doing?
No, we're going on the road for the next couple of months to do the Cover Kids event. As a matter of fact, tomorrow we are going to be photographing Stephanie Cook's son. He is going to be on our next cover, and in order for you to get on the cover, you just need to come to one of our events. The next one is October 29th at Edinburgh Commons. Then we're going to be at the Green Turtle. We're going to be all over the area, having fun. Having fun.
So Tammy Lindquist, you guys do a great job at Tidewater Parent Magazine. It's one of the top magazines in the area. For more information, check out Tidewater Parent Magazine, the premier parenting publication in Hampton Roads. For more parenting tips and great articles, make sure you pick up your free copy of Tidewater Parent, available throughout Hampton Roads. You can also connect online and find great deals, read local blogs, and interact with other local parents about issues that concern you most by going online at mytidewatermoms.com. We'll link our website to yours and the HamptonRoadshow.com. Tammy, thanks for joining us. You look great in pink.
Thank you for having us. I'm all pink-tastic.
All right, now it's time to check in on our box office review. This weekend, film critic Stephanie Cook went to see Footloose. Diane, you know what you thought about this.
First of all, I have to do a full disclosure. Are you watching the Rosie O'Donnell show at all?
Am I?
Yeah.
Is it on after 7:30 at night?
It comes on at 7.
Is it animated?
7 to 8. No.
They're singing, dancing animals.
She was so funny, and I did something that she did and called herself out. Someone called herself out. I did the fat person's shirt puff right before the camera came out to me. Just, you don't want to see all that. So I just, like, you know, she said it. I feel like I can say it.
You can. You're the boss around here.
It looks better now, right? Okay, all right. Footloose.
Now that Cookie has cut loose, sometimes you got to cut loose, right?
Gotta. Footloose 2011 danced its way into theaters this weekend. The much talked about remake of the 1984 film that helped define a generation. Ariel is back with the red cowboy boots. This time she's played by Dancing with the Stars favorite and Ryan Seacrest's girlfriend, Julianne Hough. And Ren is back with the iPod replacing that famous Walkman. This time he's played by Kenny Wormald after Chase Crawford dropped out, after Zac Efron dropped out. Well, if you don't know, which you should, Footloose is the story of Ren, a city boy here transplanted from Boston to Georgia for his senior year of high school, and his battle to overturn a ridiculous small-town ban on loud music and public dancing. He joins forces with a couple of unlikely football players, and along the way catches the eye of Ariel, the daughter of the town preacher who led the campaign to get rid of dancing in the first place. She is in a state of rebellion.
That new kid my mom introduced me to at church? Sure is. He's cute. You think everybody's cute? I know, but I think he's cute. Oh, he dressed up for the first day of school. That's so cute.
Oh my God, Rusty, come on, let's go. See his tie?
Yes,
I like it, and I'm going to tell him.
That's a nice tie.
Rusty.
Hey, I mean it. Don't let anyone tell you different.
Thanks.
Rusty.
It's Ariel, right?
It's Ariel.
Ariel.
Very good.
Okay, so there are a few differences between the original screenplay and this version. A couple of notable differences. A backstory on Ren is helpful in the development of the character. His mother died of leukemia here, and he had to take care of her until she died. He then moved to Georgia to live with his aunt and uncle. Didn't know that to begin with. Trying to make the ban on dancing believable, the backstory is that Ariel's brother was driving a car from a kegger when he and 4 passengers were killed. She now struggles to come out of the shadow of his death and its ramifications. Sadly, Huff isn't given the opportunity to shine as a dancer here. What? You would be shocked! The few times she is set up to step up, she is resigned to a lot of stripper moves, which is unfortunate. She has one scene where she's pushed to stretch as an actress, but that's about it. Also, Wormald, Ren, is a little more complex in his acting, even than Kevin Bacon, dare I say it? The famous frustration dance scene is manic and exactly what the scene called for, though. His acting is simple and nothing to really write home about. Somebody who deserves a letter, though, is Miles Teller. He plays Ren's sidekick, Willard, a breakout star in last year's Rabbit Hole. He shines here and darn near steals the entire movie. I love dance movies, but the dancing here fell short for me. It seemed all over the charts and like it had no real focus. You know what? I was a freshman in high school when the original came out, and I loved it, and I have to admit, I really did enjoy this one. Not because it's a great movie by all the reviewer standards, but because it does a great job of playing to the audience it's intended for, teens who are now what I was then, a teen who likes to dance and fight authority on occasion. My biggest issue, though, is that in an age when you can't turn your head without seeing a dancing reality show or a music video with stunning dancing, can this movie really pull the same strings it did when it helped define my generation? Right. Not really, but I'm still giving it 3 cookies. It's enjoyable. It really is enjoyable. Yeah. That's a good point, because in the original Footloose, you saw dancing like you didn't see anywhere else. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, and that Miles Teller, I'm telling you, watch out for him. He is cute, and he is going to be somebody. Well, in just the commercials and stuff that I've seen for the movie, he looked like the best casting in terms of most like the original character. Yes, and it's really unfortunate because Footloose, this version of it has gone through so many incarnations, different directors. Kenny Ortega was originally going to do this, and he dropped out, and then the bad casting of leads who kept dropping out, Zac Efron and Chase Crawford. So they finally settled on Wormald, and he's really good in it. But he's just not. He's not as memorable as Miles, which, when the supporting is outshining the acting. Make you wonder. All right, thank you very much. How many cookies? 3 cookies.
All right, well, the first steps in the battle against breast cancer is to get screened. Here now to tell us where you can get assistance with those screenings and treatments is Kalila LeGrand from the Peninsula Institute for Community Health. Kalila, good morning. Welcome to the Hampton Road Show.
Thank you. Good morning.
Talk about some of the programs that you offer to help women and assist them with screenings and things like that for breast cancer.
Well, the Peninsula Institute for Community Health, we are a nonprofit community health center, and we run 7 medical practices and 2 dental offices throughout Hampton Roads. But we really believe that early detection is the best way to prevent breast cancer or to address it as early as possible. So we have an educational and early diagnostic approach. We are a grantee of the Susan G. Komen Foundation, Tidewater affiliate, and so we get some programs, some money for programs and services in that area, as well as we have another program called Every Woman's Life for women that are 18 to 39 that are symptomatic for breast cancer, where they can get services. A lot of our patients are underinsured or uninsured, so that's the real big thing, is that we want people to know that just because they don't have the money to secure screening or diagnostic services, that there is something out there for them that we can help to do that.
What would you say to a woman who's never gone to get screened and is a little afraid of the process? Can you give them some words that would put them at ease or kind of explain what they would go through?
Certainly. I would say I'm at the age now where I'm going from my baseline, and it is very disconcerting when you know what the procedures are. But again, you want to know as early as possible if there's anything going on. So some of our patients, we had one patient who actually had a visible physical lump, and she had been very apprehensive to come in, but once she did, were able to help her. She was diagnosed with early or stage 3 breast cancer, but she is doing fabulously. She's working with us. We have a lot of partners and community resources that we work with, and she's doing great and keeping in touch with us. And that's something that we want to make sure we not only diagnose or help to get you diagnosed, but we can also help to offer some supportive services as well. We have educational health educators, and we have other people, nutritionists and things of that nature that can be of service to you.
And you can also self-check at home.
And self-check at home. That's very important, and we have information. I know a lot of the services offer those little things that you can hang in your shower or something like that. We have those resources available as well to make sure, yes, definitely start checking at home.
And talk about, you guys also serve a large Hispanic population.
We do. We have translators available, so that's something that's very unique to our organization, is that we do have a number of translators. Again, I mentioned we have 7 practices all over Hampton Roads, Newport News, Hampton, Suffolk, Virginia Beach, and even Matthews County. But we do have translators available. The translator can be of assistance to you if you're in a new patient coming in, if you need help filling out paperwork. They really can help walk you through all processes, all the stages of the process at our facilities.
And really quick, you guys have a fundraiser coming up.
Yes, we do. We have a fundraiser. It's called the Fall Food Fete, and it's November 17th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. at the Virginia Living Museum. And we're looking for food vendors. It's a tasting event, but all the proceeds will go to help offer health services like breast cancer, prostate cancer screenings, etc., to our patients. So we hope that people will come out, and they can get information at our website, www.pitch.org, PICH.org, or they can call our office at 757-591-0643.
All right, well, and that fall food fete is November 17th, and we're going to have this information on our website, thehamptonroadshow.com. Kalila, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, if you went out this weekend, be careful before you post the red cup picture on your Facebook page, especially if you're looking for a new job. Career engineer Francina Harrison joins us with her social media do's, and come on, don't do that when it comes to job hunting. Don't do it!
Today's world wouldn't be...
I didn't want you to miss a nugget. It's not fair if Francine and I start the conversation without you.
Yes.
I'm looking out for you. We're glad to welcome back our career engineer. Listen, there's no getting around the fact that social media is becoming more and more prevalent in the professional world, but if you're looking for a job, your online personality could be a bit of a problem. Francina Harrison definitely has some thoughts about that, and she's here with the new social media etiquette for your career or business.
Absolutely. And, you know, and I see this all the time. So folks who are watching, I'm not singling anyone out, but I got to tell you, let's say we talk about networking to get a great, business opportunity or career, and you find the folks on Facebook and you're excited you connected with them, then you do things that will just destroy the possibility of moving past a conversation. So I definitely have 3 big don'ts. If you're doing them, don't anymore.
Number 1.
Number 1, to tag or not to tag, that is the question. Okay? If you don't tag, tagging on Facebook, because I get tagged a lot, and that's when I unfriend people, and they go on my mafioso list. But
they say like who you are in their pictures.
Yeah, well, they're having an event, they'll tag my name, and I have nothing to do with the event.
Yes.
I wasn't called to speak at the event.
Right.
But they know we have a huge brand, and they're thinking I can get some free buzzing. That's a Tony Soprano move. You're done. You're done if you do that. You're done. So
You're
only
dead to Francina.
Dead to Francina. It's the best way to, if you tag appropriately, again, if the person said it's okay to tag me, it's always good to ask. If they're a part of the event, if they're speaking somewhere or they're a part of it, no problem. But just to go and try to get some free buzzing on Facebook, oh no, that doesn't work.
It's weak.
It's weak. It's wrong. And that's the best way for someone to no longer want to be associated with you. Then you go have an interview, and guess who's interviewing you? The person you were tagging. Ooh, what a bad scene. So that's a definite no one. The second is, again, just know the rules of engagement. And this is true whether you're online or offline, right? If I'm at your house, I don't just come to Carrie's house, sit at the table and say, I want a hot dog when you're serving steak. First of all, you need to invite me into your house, right? That's not just bulge in. So, ideally, right? So social media is the same. Know the rules of engagement. If you're joining groups and you want folks to know you're a subject matter expert, ask the group creator, what should I post? When should I post? How should I post? You know, before you just start saying me, and folks are irritated because they think you're just all about you.
Right.
Yeah, so that's another big one for me. Folks do that to me all the time, so I'm hoping people will stop that. Again, what you share, content is always king. So if you are, looking for a job or whatever, start sharing how great you are at what you do in terms of your IT person. But you need to know the groups and things you're on. If you're in a pitch group, which is just about showcasing subject matter, if it's a relationship group, some of us want to build relationships online. Imagine that, like get to know you first before you ask me for something. Can you imagine wanting to,
It's a strange concept in
just getting
today's
to know
world.
people first.
What if you've gone on an interview and you think it went great, and then you go and you find the person that interviewed you for the job? And is it appropriate to friend request them on Facebook, or do you leave
You know
them
what? I believe I'm like this. I believe the best way to find out about anything is ask the source. When you're done with your interview questions, not only if you ask like, "Hey, can I call you to find out about your decision? Is it okay to find your company and or connect with you on Facebook?" If they say yes, go for it. If they say no, don't do it. Yeah. So old school, low technology of asking the questions that you want answers for. Because every interview person should always ask questions at the interviews. That's one of the big ones. So still think about being tactful, being diplomatic. Use your home training. If you don't know the question, always ask. But it's the interview thing. You have to be careful because there's EEOC stuff that can get involved in this. We don't want favoritism. So you have to kind of just often say, when in doubt, do it out. Okay, so when in doubt, if you're not sure, do it out.
All right, good advice as always. If you would like more information from the career engineer, you can find Francina everywhere at tcenow.com, or you can find her on linkedin.com / career engineer. There's something in the middle there, but it's much bigger on the screens for the people at home.
tcenow.com, best way to find me.
tcenow.com.
Yes.
Not later.
All right,
Now.
Answer.
All right, here's the clues for you. Part of North Virginia, they have acts. It is marquee and was a theater, then a gym, and now question mark. So here's the answer, the Norvo. It's not part of Northern Virginia, the geography, it's part of the words North Virginia. So that's how I snuck it in there.
Concert venue.
So, concert venue. So
Nice clues, nice clues. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Hampton Road Show. We'd like to thank our studio audience today. Military Family Fun Festival this weekend at Virginia Beach. Check it out.
All right, don't forget to behave yourself when you're online. If you're in the market for a job, we'll put more information about the advice that Francina Harrison had for you. Also from Tidewater Parenting and Peninsula Community Health.
Yes, and
it's an information-packed show, so it'll all be there at thehamptonroadshow.com.
Leela LeGrand and also One My Fitness. Jump on that pink treadmill at the Chesapeake location.
That's right. And Tracy Page, what a nice job you did on that artwork. It's over there. See y'all tomorrow.